So welcome. Today we will be learning Pirkei Avot, ethics of our forefathers. We'll be studying the text from a beautiful book called Breslov Pirkei Avot. We'll start with the first Mishnah. It goes, this holy sefer has insights from Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, just for all those wondering. We'll start from the first Mishnah. Moshe kibel Torah Misyan and Misar Yeshua v'Yeshua Zekanim Zekanim Menavim. Menavim Misar L'Anshe Knesset Gadol Hemru Shlosh Devrim Hayu Mitunim Badin Ramduhu Talmidim Harbe v'Asu Tzayir Torah. So Moshe received the Torah from Sinai and transmitted it to Yeshua. Yeshua transmitted it to the elders to the prophets, and the prophets transmitted it to the men of the Great Assembly. They said three things: be deliberate in rendering judgment, raise up many disciples, and make a fence for the Torah. So on a practical level, one could look at this pasuk or Mishnah and say, "Wow, that's amazing. That's how the Torah works. From Moshe, from Hashem at Har Sinai, Moshe, Yeshua, to Anshe Knesset Gadol and Zekanim." But one is the question and think. Say, if this book has to do with ethical instruction, what does that first Mishnah have to do with? How is that helping us? How does this Mishnah help us with our ethical being? And a great insight from Rav Alter of Teplik. He says, on the most practical level, it teaches that we must heed the true tzaddikim in every generation, as the Torah states. You shall not deviate from what they tell you, to the right to the left, for the tzaddikim constitute our link to Moses, the master of all prophets, and hence the divine revelation experienced by Israelites in Mount Sinai. Attachment to tzaddikim is the foundation of spiritual growth. When viewed in this light, how fitting that Pirkei Avot begins with this principle. So you have to understand that these tzaddikim, who they're talking about, is not only a tzaddik that is a righteous individual. I mean, every tzaddik should be a righteous individual, but it's not only a tzaddik who's studying Yerushalayim, Mamish, Gadol Hador. It could be a tzaddik. It could be the guy sitting on the bench on the street. It's just a matter of what you can learn from each individual out there. It could either be a Lamed Bavnik, or it could be one of your friends. And that person could be a tzaddik because he's teaching you something and learning something. He's spreading the Torah of Moshe Sinai. So that definitely answers the first question, that tzaddikim are the foundation of the world, and therefore the Mishnah that talks about how to better our ethics starts with this. Just to analyze one other point in this Mishnah, be deliberate with judgment. I want to point out interesting insight from Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. As Rabbi Nachman says, the true tzaddik seeks to instill wisdom and fear of Hashem and his disciples. To those who are spiritually accomplished, he must demonstrate that they have yet to know anything of God. Those who are sunk in the depths of despair, he must reveal that Hashem's radiance is in everywhere, hidden within all things, so awaken those who despair their spiritual sleep and cause them to return to God. So again, as going back to the first thing we said, the tzaddik doesn't have to be this guy who learns in yeshiva all day. I mean, Pashit, we'd all love to be in yeshiva, but it's not realistic right now for everyone. Tzaddik could be your friend, could be a guy in the street. It's anyone who uses these principles, who's able to relate to every individual. That is what Rav Nachman is saying. Obviously he's saying that on a level that if someone is on this level of just not feeling Hashem in despair, you have to show that individual that Hashem is in every single thing that you do. And although it's hard to see Hashem's beautiful miracles when you're in despair, it's just so beautiful when you leave, when you come out of that moment of that mini depression or something, and you see how much Hashem was in that. They say that Hashem is with you, is mamish with you the most. It's a high level. Is mamish with you the most when you're on that downfall. And it's just, we should be zocher. Is that Hashem? We would love to just feeling Hashem in every moment of our life. Have a great day, and hopefully tomorrow we will be reading the second Mishnah of Pirkei Avot.